Hi everybody, welcome to the Swedish Pit chapter of the Barbecue Pit Boys. Today we're going to do some more outdoor cooking, but we're going to do a little slightly fancy ass cooking. We're going to do baked French onion soup. So join us, it's really easy to do. So we're back and welcome to the outdoor kitchen. We are now ready with the preparation for our French onion soup. We're going to need a large amount of finely sliced yellow onions. Here is about 2 kilos. That's about a little bit more than 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds. We'll have some sliced freshly baked baguette. We'll have about 400-500 grams, say 2 pounds of Gruyere cheese. We have some good olive oil. We'll have some dry white wine, salt, freshly ground roasted white pepper, white wine vinegar, 1 liter, slightly above 1 quart of chicken broth, 3 chopped garlic cloves, 3 or 4 bay leaves, and of course we're gonna grate this in our fancy ass pot. Now that we have turned our propane stove on, we got a little cast iron pan on, and we're going to add some good quality olive oil before we pour all the onions in. So the pot is slightly warming up on a low heat, and then we're going to pour all our onions inside and listen to that nice sound. And remember to have this on a very low heat because we don't want the onions to burn. We're going to put the lid on, let the onions just stay for about half an hour to release all the good juices. But remember to stir once in a while because we don't want it to burn or stick in the bottom of the pan. And through a miracle of time, a half hour has passed, and we're going to check out our onions. Oh, look at that. The onions just let it all the sweet juices go. Now we're going to add 3 cloves of chopped garlic. They're not going to fry as long because we don't want the taste of the burnt garlic, but just to get that background taste in our soup. So we'll just add that, stir it in, let this fry with that for a little bit. We're also going to add some freshly ground and roasted white pepper. You can always add more afterwards if you like. But we'll let this simmer for a couple of minutes. Let the garlic get a little bit fried inside so we get all these good tastes into the juices. It's time to add a good amount of butter. About 125 grams or so. Then we crank up the heat a little bit. Put the lid back on. Let the butter melt and go down to the bottom of the pot. And then we're going to caramelize this onion. The butter has melted. We'll crank it up a little bit more. Now we're going to keep the lid off so that all these nice flavors reduce. Let the onion caramelize while we're stirring. As you can see, the onions are getting darker, the juices are reducing, and if you look close enough you can see that there are a little bit of brown stuff sticking to the pan, but that's all natural sugar that's been released from the onions. So just keep on stirring till we get that nice and brown color we want, because now everything is releasing their juices and the tastes as much as they can. And a little bit of wine, we're gonna add some white wine to this, and the white wine are gonna boil together with the onions, and it's gonna release all the juicy tastes and good tastes from everything, of sugar and everything released from the onions. Really look at this nice brown flavor of the onions. As you can see, it has reduced very heavily to about a quart, 1/3 of what we had from the beginning. And everything that is stuck in the pot right now are sugar and natural tastes from the onions. Now it's time to pour on about 300 milliliters of white wine. Let that boil. Reduce the heat a little bit. Put the lid back on and let it simmer for just a couple of minutes. So now the wine has been boiling together with the onions for a little while. We're now going to add the chicken stock. Let this boil to suck up all the goodness inside the pot. We're also going to add some fresh thyme to this. I'll be back in just a second or two. We'll be adding this, let that boil together with the soup for about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back again, and then we're going to mount the soup for baking with cheese and bread on the old Weber. Now everything has been boiled for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to give it a taste, and then we're going to go on. Oh my God. Oh, can you smell that? If you can't smell that, you're on the wrong damn channel. Oh, baby. We'll just put this on to the side. Then we're going to toast some of our bread. And then we're going to mount the soup for baking. So I've got some sliced, freshly baked sourdough baguettes. I'm going to give them just a little bit surface in here, even if they're going to get soft when you put them on the soup and bake them, but they will taste so much better with these toasted surface. Will you look at these? Oh my God. Just golden brown and delicious. Yep, we're going to turn this propane stove off, and then we're going to mount our soup together in the bowls for baking. Since I'm alone at the pit today, I'm going to have to change everything a little bit by myself because I'm recording from a tripod. But now the first we're going to do is pour the soup into these bowls. Remember not to fill them all the way up. I have been trying to fish up and fish everything off the thymes and the bay leaves from the soup. But just like that. And then we're going to put some of the bread on top of it. And then a good amount of grated Gruyere cheese on every bowl. You don't have to use Gruyere if you don't want to, but it's an original cheese from down in the Swiss Alps. But you can use any cheese you want. Just make sure that it has some character and a good taste to it. And now we're going to put them on the Weber for some baking for about 5 to 10 minutes. The Weber is fired up. We have slightly above 200 degrees Celsius, just above 400 Fahrenheit. Now we're going to put the onion soup indirect the hot coals to bake for 5 to 10 minutes or until the cheese has melted and has a nice surface to it. We're using some of these fancy ass bowls, but we're making everything outside on a propane stove and on the Weber grill. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Oh my God, will you look at that? Oh baby. Well, the soup is ready. We're just gonna remove this from the grill and from the baking. Let it rest for a little while to cool down enough to eat. Oh, this smells really good. I just can't wait till I get to taste these. Don't mind if the cheese boils over the edges, just makes it look even more tasty. Now this is my favorite part of everything. When the pitmaster is gonna try this out in front of you, and I'm not apologizing, let's dig into this. Oh, sweet Lord. Remember, the next time you're looking for a recipe for your pit, check out barbecuepitboys.com. I'll come back to this channel and remember to subscribe.